Hello everyone, my name is Earl Grey, and I just thought that in between doing my scripted videos, I would do some organic speaking in hopes that some general storytelling can help you bring relaxation and sleep potentially into your life. Today I went to the state fair. Now, it's a Sunday, and so in true Southern style, everyone at the fair was dressed up in their Sunday best. Women walked around in beautiful dresses, sundresses. Of course, there were a fair amount of people, and just your casual jeans and t-shirts as well. I was one of them. I wore some casual lace-up shoes, a pair of black jeans, and a matching black floral polo. I had my hair in a typical fashion, swept back. It's short, so I can do that. And I had gotten tired of my former gold glasses, so I was wearing a pair of bright red ones today. I went along with my fiancée. She was the one who actually decided she wanted to go to the fair. And I, being the good fiancée that I am, or try to be, decided that I would in fact take her. So we made it to the fair. We rode public transportation to get there, mainly because the parking is insane in the downtown area, and I did not feel like paying over $20 for parking when it would only cost $6 for us both to go and take the rail to the state fair. So I did just that. We parked our car at the park and ride, got on the train. It was a peaceful ride. We did a transfer downtown. We slowly rode along the rail, a smooth ride once we got out to the city. We finally pulled up to where the park is. Of course, upon entry it is grand. Plenty of colorful red and blue banners. Bright fluorescent font. A conglomerate of people, all dressed differently. Beautiful sundresses and church clothes on women, for it was afternoon, and that's normally the time when us great southern folk get out of church. Women who had their hair in ponytails bouncing as they walked towards the entrance. Children gleefully laughing and running. It was nice. It was cool. There was a breeze, and thus the air moved my clothing along me like waves, plastering against my skin. The sky was cloudy, not quite dark, but a nice silver sheen that threatened rain, but in a flirtatious manner. The ticket booths were tall, brightly painted red as you would think a fair would be. The people inside were pleasant. I purchased our tickets. We had it on inside. We were immediately accosted by the smell of fair food. Now, That was the reason that I wanted to go to the fair. I love corn dogs. Big fan. Funnel cake. Also a given. But the state fair tends to have contests about foods that they have every year. So we were eager to try out the new things they had as well. My fiance and I wandered around. We first checked out the car show, because I am quite a lover of vehicles, and I'm in the market for one. Of course, it was packed. There are many trucks. I do not like trucks. They're big. They're clunky. They look like they would be hard to maneuver. And I'm pretty sure I saw one that was bigger than my living room. It was very big. It's very long. But they were shiny. You could see your reflection in all of them. Children were running around, getting into cars, slamming the doors and proclaiming, "Oh, Daddy, Daddy, this is my car." I checked out cars, inspecting them slowly, eyeing the price tag, but more importantly, the gas mileage that each one got. I saw a prototype sports vehicle. I bantered with my fiance in regards to my dissatisfaction that all sports cars seem to have poor mileage, and I'm supposing it's because they are sacrificing efficiency for speed. But I just want an attractive car. An efficient, attractive car. I don't need it to go speeding along the highway. I just want to look nice. Doesn't everybody? We walked around mostly. My fiance was starting to not feel well very shortly after arriving, so we got her some water. Paid $4 for a bottle of water. The intense inflation at these events is just, it's staggering. But they prey on people's inconvenience. Of course, water fountains are few and far between and not in sight. So I bought her the $4 water bottle, only to find out that if we had walked down a couple of feet more, we would have found water bottles on sale for 2 tickets instead. I refused to buy another bottle of water. I was upset. And so we just used that one and refilled it throughout the day at the park. Though I admit I've gotten spoiled recently. My fiance has started to use infused fruit water that she makes. Currently we have cucumber. But she has made things like strawberry and lemons, and somewhat oranges, grapefruit, things like that. And we did try quite a bit of fair food. I got my corn dog. That's my favorite. I love corn dogs. I could eat corn dogs all the time. There are a lot of foods I could eat all the time. Queso and chips being one of them. I just like cheese in general. Lots of cheese. Especially brie and white cheddar and fruit. Oh no. It's almost 3 in the morning and I'm making myself hungry. That's terrible. We also had funnel cake and shepherd's pie. They had a cotton candy taco. It was a cone of fairy floss. They rolled it in Oreos, got a waffle cone taco shell, stuffed cotton candy inside, and it was marshmallow flavored. Drizzled it in marshmallow cream sauce. Jammed 2 sticks of Pocky in them. And then handed it off to us with a look in their eyes that said, "Good luck." It was a messy endeavor. I had crumbs all over my jeans and my shirt, which was already messy with the powdered sugar from the funnel cake that I had consumed earlier. But we laughed about it, because while it was messy, yes, and expensive, yes, it was delicious. Couldn't eat it. I could have eaten more of them, but at the same time, it was quite a bit of sugar, but it was still wonderful. Everything at the fair is very expensive, as you would imagine. The funnel cake was $9. Our corn dogs were $6 a piece. We had the shepherd's pie, and it was, how much? $8. It was something. But we did go see the baby animals at a petting zoo. I fed an alpaca out of my hand, and I pet probably 5 baby goats. We saw a kangaroo, and that seemed like a very odd quote-unquote barnyard animal. Maybe in Australia, but once again, this is the South. You don't have kangaroos. And it was odd. I'm here talking with you also because I cannot sleep. It's actually why I started this channel. I would watch ASMR videos and no one could put me to sleep. Or at least get me closer to it so I could fall asleep. I wasn't asking for a miracle by any long shot. But the visuals always distracted me, having to keep my eyes open to watch when all I needed to do was close my eyes and listen. Audiobooks are also good for that, but the problem is you might get sucked up into the story. Best to listen to some nobody tell a half-baked tale and then ramble off into some other discussion. See, I was talking about the state fair. Now here I am talking about sleep. Back to the fair, I suppose. The Ferris wheel was something my fiance wanted to ride, and I was laughing because I had told my best friend that the thing where they get you on the Ferris wheel is that your girlfriend will look at you and be, "Oh, darling, let us ride upon the Ferris wheel. It will be romantic once we are situated high up in the sky amongst all the stars. We'll gaze into each other's eyes and kiss," unaware that, in reality, You get up that high and it gets cold and biting. You will probably share your little domain with other passengers. And I told myself, yes, fine, I will ride this Ferris wheel, but only if it doesn't cost more than $7 or $8. Alas, it was $10 per person. $10 a person. $20 Ferris wheel ride. Even if I was an affluent millionaire, I would never pay $20 to ride a Ferris wheel. I would rather spend the $20 buying more fair food. Seems legitimate, don't you think? There was a haunted ride, and my fiance was like, oh no, let's not go into the haunted ride, but I teased them saying I was going to drag them on it. I did not, because in the end I am a kind soul. Walked around a bit more, saw little art and craft things, saw the giant butter sculpture of the head of the mascot of the fair, and then that was it. It started raining, and I said, let's go home. And so we did. It was odd. I had fun in a strange sense, but at the same time, I was oddly miserable and wanted to go home. But I was determined to have a stellar time because I had already paid quite a bit of money to even get into the fair before even taking a single bite of food. We did not ride any rides because, once again, they were minimum $5, and I was there to eat anyway, eating fried fair food and taking a ride on some sort of spinning, twirling contraption didn't seem like the best idea. Note, I have never vomited from doing such things, eating and then riding rides in succession, but it's there. The potential is there. I've been reading comments that you guys have been leaving. Very nice, thank you. And I had to look up, I don't know how to pronounce this word. Bokchen? I looked it up and people referencing Ciel Phantom Hive from a manga called Kuroshitsuji, a black butler. Upon seeing the trend, I decided that, alright, perhaps, if it will appease you, I will do a video on it. So, in the future, please keep an eye out on that. My cat is sleeping at my foot. She has been here for the past 3 hours. Probably wondering why I haven't gone to bed yet. Because normally she sleeps upon my chest, because apparently that's the only place she can sleep. Or she has to be beside me in some manner. And my fiance hates it, because she complains, oh, Odile, that's the name of my cat, Odile likes you better. She's a cat. The only reason she sleeps on me is because I do not toss and turn in my sleep like you do. It's not about love. It's about convenience. And that's what marriage used to be like too, but things changed. I hope that you're able to relax. I remember now. I recall that I might do some sounds at some point. If anyone's interested in me potentially doing sounds, you can also let me know in the comments. I try and come up with ideas so you don't get tired of seeing the same thing over and over. It's good to diversify. Might try reading poetry, terrible poetry that I have written. But I have so much of it, I might as well find something to do with it. Or stories that I've written. I do like writing, after all. I'm actually working on a young adult novel at the moment. So I suppose I will see how that turns out. Well, what I do know is that I hope this will help you fall asleep. I also need to try and sleep. As I said, it's 3 in the morning and I have work. So really, I should be sleeping. But here I am. But for now, I think it's time to say goodbye. If you are seeking sleep, sleep well, and good night. Otherwise, have a pleasant day. And somehow, may relaxation find you. Fair winds from Earl Grey.